Welcome, welcome, welcome to MJ Live, everybody. I know I'm a few minutes late. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just a few minutes late today. I'm usually always on time, so just to give me a little bit of grace today. I do appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. She stole my thunder. Thank you guys for waiting, for waiting. Yes, I'm here, guys. Come on in, get settled down. Let's go ahead and share. Let's do our sharing for the first couple of minutes still. And I apologize for being late, but we are here. We've got some good stuff for you. I got a lot of good stuff for you today. So come on in, guys. Come on in. Get comfortable. Let me go ahead and share some music with you tonight. You know how we do. Let's jam a little bit and get ready for a great, 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 great show. Yes, say, she stole my thunders here. Welcome. Let's go, guys. Tell a friend. Thanks for waiting. Thanks for waiting, guys. Another great show coming up for you tonight. Thank you so much for waiting. All right, okay. Music by Novelties here. Dr. Marcia Demers is here. Come on, I got some good stuff for you tonight, guys. Tell a friend. Just tell somebody who you think might be interested in this here content tonight. Tell a friend. How are you doing tonight, guys? How are you doing? How you feeling? She stole my thunder. It's been a long time. So Novelty's out walking. That's great. Get the steps in. What you up to today, Dr. Marcia? Loving that blue in that picture. Amazing. Tina Azel's here. Good evening, peeps. Good evening, Tina. Welcome, welcome, guys. Welcome. I'm feeling great. Thanks. Hope you can say that the same, Melissa. Yes, I do. I say the same. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great as well. All right. Oral Ferguson's here. The family's here. Welcome, Oral Ferguson. Just opening up a package from Amazon. I'm doing well, thanks. I wonder what you're buying. Gary Dixon's here, the music producer, all the way from London, tuning in. Welcome, Gary. How you feeling tonight, my friend? How you feeling tonight? Long time no speak. Let's go back to the beginning of this track and let's just make sure that we have everybody in here. Awesome, awesome. Everybody's doing well. I've got a great show for you. Oh, Khalil is here tonight. Woo! Khalil is here. Excellent, excellent day. We're gonna start in 1 more minute. Hit White and Share. Yeah, you got some more time, huh? You got some more time. Right? Okay. We got a lot of stuff to go through today. We're doing a really good series. Welcome everybody. Tina says, thanks the Most High for his mercy. Excellent. Feeling fine. Just got back from a movie premiere and concert for Black Slate Band. Okay. You remember Risha? You remembered? Okay. I'm glad you're here, guys. I'm glad you're here. Alright, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Thank you for sharing on Facebook, Marcia. I see that. I appreciate it. But let's share the link. Let's share the link to the show, because that is just a flyer. Let's get the link to the show. That's what we need to do. Get the link to the show. Alright, I'll drop the link in the chat. Thank you so much, Gary. Thank you so much, everybody. Alright, it's about that time, guys. It's about that time. Welcome, 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 everyone. And for those who are joining for the very first time, which I don't think there's anybody here that's for the first time just yet, welcome to the show. We are going to have a great show, very informational. I'm doing a series on retiring, and it's called Retire Ready Research. And the reason why I've said research is because I don't promise to know everything. I can take these off. I don't promise to know everything, and we're actually going to be doing a lot of these things together. All right. So, as most of you know who were here last week will know that I retired several years ago, and I started to question whether I was doing everything correctly, because 4 years ago I didn't know as much as I know now. Most of the signs are showing that I'm doing things right, but you can always learn more, and I'm always open to learning more about the whole retirement process, and that's what we're going to look at during this series. Now, we started last week. Welcome, Fantasy Folly. Welcome to the show. We started last week, and we went over what we're going to be talking about. So I'm just going to run through real quickly what we're going to talk about before we jump into the content for today. All right. So let's go ahead and show you this. Oh, right. We've got a lot of topics that we're going to be covering over the next few months. And then we're going to have a finale doing something really great. What is retiring for you, MJ? What does that look like? How do you know if you're ready to retire? Now, these are all the questions, and actually these are some more questions that we explored last week, and we're going to explore them again today. So let me just go ahead and show you the list, and then I'm going to come back to that question. It's an excellent question, Kalela. Hey guys, can you just do me a quick favor as well? Take a quick picture of me on screen. Are you watching from home? Are you watching on your tablet or your computer or your TV monitor? Wherever you're watching, take a picture. Take a picture of me and post it on social media and let people know that we are just about to get into the content for tonight. So I'm going to smile for you. Go ahead and get your cameras, get your phones, take a screenshot if it's on your phone, or take a picture and share it somewhere on social media. And also you can feel free to share the link, which did I drop the link in? Yeah, the link to the show is right there in the chat. Let me drop that in again. And you can let people know that we're just about to get into some great content, and we're doing a full series on how to retire ready, to have a really successful and happy, wonderful retirement. All right, so go ahead and do that for me. I would really appreciate it. It costs you absolutely nothing. So there we go for that. All right, so last week we talked about the fact that we're going to be going over quite a few different topics. So these are some of the topics that we're going to go through, and I'm actually adding topics as we go through. Thank you so much there. So we're going to be looking at financial wellness, and we're actually going to be starting tonight with the budget. All right, well, we're going to be talking about financial literacy, stats. We talked about this last week. Stats about retirement. We're going to decide we're going to find out what our net worth is, how much we'll need in retirement. We're going to do the budget tonight. We're going to do debt elimination, credit, pros and cons, debit, and getting out of credit if you're in credit, savings and investments, savings, 401k, investments, social security, healthcare is a major one. We're going to have a special guest for most of these subjects, and I already know who I'm having for the healthcare portion. We're going to talk about taxes, insurance, income, extra income, estate planning, assets versus liabilities, wills, and then retired living, bucket list, continued education, leisure, benefits available to retirees. Let me go ahead and change this word to retirees. Oops, too many E's there. Retirees, is that right? Is that how you spell it? All right, so those are some of the topics we're going to go over during this series. All right, guys, how are you feeling about those topics? If you like those topics, or you have any ideas for other topics, drop it in the chat and we're going to add them to the list. I'm going to project that this is probably going to take about 3 months to go over the entire series. All right. Okay, so let's jump into, I'm going to answer Khalila's question. What is retired for you, MJ? So retiring for me is actually retiring from my corporate job. So I worked for a company for pretty much 30 years, the same company, believe it or not, the same company for 30 years, in different aspects of the job. I worked in IT, so there's so many different aspects of IT. Some of the areas that I worked in were cybersecurity. I built intranets. I built learning management systems. At one point, I was, I managed people. I managed systems. I was a systems manager at one point, quite a few years, and I managed people. I managed. I taught people how to, do the systems. When a new system came on board, I would be, I'd learn it, and then I would teach the other staff. So there's a lot of different aspects of IT. So retiring from for me meant retiring from my IT job. So what does this look like? So now it looks like doing whatever I decide to do, whenever I decide to do it. So right now I'm into learning a lot of different things. So education is still very, very big for me. I like to learn new things. And again, then my natural ability is to, once I learn something, is to actually teach it as well. So that just comes quite natural to me, and I think most of you guys know that about me. How do you know you're ready to retire? How do you know? Well, one of the biggest things is having enough money to retire. That's huge, because you really kind of don't want to be needing money, be wanting for money. So you have to have a lot of finances or means to get finances, and that might include 401k, IRAs, Roth IRAs, traditional IRAs, pensions, investments. It could involve all of those different things. Okay, so if you want, once you, how do you know if you're ready to retire? When you just feel like you have it somewhat together. But this is also why we're doing this entire process, because I want to know, am I really ready to retire without a shadow of a doubt? I want to make sure that I know this for a shadow of a doubt, because I didn't consult a financial planner. I did somewhat of some research, but I didn't actually consult a financial planner. Not one that was, put it this way, I did consult some people who were in the finance arena, but they wanted to sell me a product, so that kind of doesn't count. I should have consulted a certified financial planner, and that is somebody that I'm going to contact once I've done a lot more research, right? Because they cost like $450 an hour. So I want to make sure I've done a lot of research before I go and say to them, hey guys, this is what I have. Does this make sense? How can I tweak it to be even better? Because what I'm discovering is there's things like taxes that you have to pay in retirement. Will your retirement last you for the rest of your life? Those are some of the things that we're going to explore. All right, okay. Let's see what else we have. So feel free to ask your questions. Your picture is taken and posted. Thank you so much, Tina. I appreciate that. Don't forget to click the like button, everyone. Thank you so much, Fantasy Folly. Hey, Uncle Stu is here. Uncle Stu's big, massive YouTuber. Uncle Stu, the old man on the block. I got a secret to tell you, Mr. Old Man on the block. I got a secret to tell you. I'm actually older than you. Can you believe it? Uncle Stu, old man on the block, I've just spilled a big secret there. Yes, indeed, I'm actually older than you, so you might want to call me old girl on the block too. Anyway, don't forget, share and let people know that we're in here and we are. Stop lying. It's actually true. So go ahead and share. We're just about to get into tonight's content, which is all about budgets. All right. And again, if you have any questions, you don't call a woman old. That's right, you don't. Very, very respectful. I love that. Thank you so much. This is Uncle Stu, guys, and he has a channel in himself. Just click on his link, click on his name, and you should be able to get to his link. Once we get a moderator in here, we should probably get someone to share all the links. So thank you so much for being here, Uncle Stu. All right. So let us get into today's topic. We're going to be talking about budgets. Go ahead and pull up the right thing for my budgets today. All right. So how are you feeling tonight, Mr. Uncle Stu? How are you feeling tonight? Are you guys ready for today? All right. So let me go here ahead and do this. All righty, ready. Yes, indeed. Oh, the lead attorney's here. The lead attorney. How you doing, the lead attorney? I know that I've been away for a long time, but I don't have the stamina like you guys. But I've been in the background working on a project, and the project basically is deciding, am I ready to retire? So I'm going to go through a lot of different topics, because I retired actually 4 years ago, but I'm going to go through a lot of the different topics in knowing if I'm ready to retire, and at the end of it, we'll discover, am I really ready to retire? At the same time, people will be following along and deciding whether they're ready to retire as well. Now, I know the lead attorney has also. Have you fully retired now, the lead attorney? Have you fully retired? I think you have now. But congratulations to you. And it's so exciting to have you here. It really is. Oh, dear, 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 dear. Yes, indeed. We have the people rolling in now, so I'm excited about that. I'm doing well. I am now a grandfather today. Wow! Congratulations! Congratulations to you. Wow. Mama Riley is here, the registered nurse, author of 2 books. Author of 2 books. We're going to have her on the show at some point to actually talk about the health aspect of, wanting to be fit and healthy for retirement. I'm good. I don't believe in budgets. LOL. I'm actually extremely bad at math and Excel and numbers. Well, this show is going to be for you because I can show you a really, really simple way to do a budget. And it's really not even a budget per se. It's really just tracking your spending, because we want to know how much we're spending today to know how much we can possibly be spending when we're retired. So it's not really, I'm not going to show you a complicated budget at all the way how I do it. I'm going to show you a really, really simple thing. As a matter of fact, there's a 4-minute clip on how I do my budget. It's only 4 minutes. So if anything, you guys can just watch that over and pause it and do a budget like I do it. All right. So I can't believe that you're bad at anything, sir, the lead attorney, because you're so good at everything. You're so good at everything, so I can't even believe that you're bad at that. Me too, says Uncle Stu. I am retired and loving it, so that's amazing. We're in like-minded people right here. Gaveth is here. Welcome, welcome, Gaveth. I know that you said that you're interested in this topic, so thank you so much for joining. Congrats, Uncle Stu, says Gary. Yes, indeed. Congrats on your baby, on the new child. So that's really, really great. Honestly, the best retirements still have good income coming in. That's a really, really good point. And the lead attorney has a course. He has a YouTube channel. He has, I'm sure, lots of investments. I mean, he's an attorney. He's got a lot of money. So he has a lot of streams of income coming in. And that's really, really a great thing to do, to have multiple streams of income coming in. And that's what we're all working towards. It doesn't matter which way it is that you're doing it. And even I'm doing it too. There's going to be a stream. After I finish this series, this is going to generate a stream. Trust me. All right, let's get into what we have to talk about today. So, until you have a budget, you really don't know how much you're spending each month, right? I used to do a budget like quite a long time ago, but I stopped doing a budget because, once you believe that the money is there, you kind of really don't have to track it. But if you realize that you're spending a lot of money in one area, then it might be worth just taking a look at it for the last 3 months. Look at your spending for the last 3 months, and that's what we're going to do today, just for 1 month. Excuse me, and we can see which areas we're overspending, which areas we can save, and so forth. So let's get into it. I'm going to show you, first of all, I'm going to show you a tool called Every Dollar. All right, Every Dollar is a tool that is used. I don't use this myself, but I want to show you a couple of different ways that budgets can be made. All right, let's pull up Every Dollar for you first of all. Okay, let's go ahead and pull this up for you. Every Dollar is a free tool. There's a free version and a paid version. Just going to pull this up for you. Just give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Gonna put this on the screen over here. And let's do this. You could have a stream. Let's see. You could have a stream of income as a dance instructor. You know what? You know what, the lead attorney? I'm actually considering doing aerobics and Zumba. So I actually was looking up the certifications yesterday. Literally yesterday, because I'm starting to do spinning every Wednesday. I was looking up how to do aerobics and step and Zumba. That's dancing, right? So that's a really good point because you remember my dancing. I know the little Tony wouldn't forget those dance moves that I was putting in. That's a good idea. Multiple streams of income says Gavin. All right, let me go ahead and share the screen for you so that you can see how every dollar works. And this is only just a 4 or 5 minute video, so just bear with me a second while we just check out this video of how, let's get rid of this, how every dollar works.
To every dollar. My name is Rachel Cruz and I'm Ramsey Personality, and I've been teaching people how to budget for years. To be honest, I used to hate it. Yes, seriously. But I knew it was important, and now it's like second nature. So listen, no matter how you feel about budgeting right now, don't worry. We're gonna walk through this together. Before we start, open up your online bank account or grab your bank statements. This will help you figure out all the numbers you need to fill in as we go. And open up Every Dollar on your phone or computer. You can pause this video until you get all that ready. Okay, let's dive in and set up your first budget in 3 steps. Budget step 1, enter your income. Income is any money you plan to get during that month. That means your normal paychecks and any extra money you have coming in through a side hustle, garage sales, freelance work, or anything like that. Here's how to enter your income in Every Dollar. First, click Add Income. Then second, label the income. So you can call this Paycheck 1 or use your employer's name, whatever works for you. Third, click the planned amount and add how much that check will be. If you've got an irregular income, then just put the lowest estimate of what you normally would make in the spots. So you can adjust it later if you need to, but for right now, just do that. Finally, repeat this process for any other money you have coming in and for your spouse if you're married. And that's it. Nice work, you guys. All right, let's move on to the next step. Budget step 2, list your expenses. Now that you've planned for the money coming in, you can plan for the money going out. So it's time to list your expenses. The first budget category you'll see is giving. So we always recommend, no matter where you are financially, to give at least 10% of your income. Next, start covering your 4 walls. So this is gonna be food, utilities, shelter, and transportation. When you look at Every Dollar, you'll see these 3 budget categories. You'll see housing, transportation, and food. Then under each of those, you can add budget line items by clicking Add Item and naming the line. So for example, under housing, you can type rent or mortgage as a new budget line. Then type how much you're gonna pay each month for that planned amount. Then you can look at your utility bills. So this is a great time to go back to your bank account or your statements and go down and you can add them one by one, things like electricity and water. Then under the food category, you're gonna see Add Item, so you can type groceries. Now this category changes a lot, so just make a good estimate of what you think you're gonna need for the month ahead. And you keep going until you've covered your 4 walls. Next, list other monthly expenses. So we're talking about clothing, insurance, debt, savings, entertainment, personal spending, all of that. So in Every Dollar, you're gonna see these categories. Again, under each of those, you can make budget line items for what you need. Okay, it's time for the last step. Budget step 3 is subtract expenses from income. And guess what, you guys? Every Dollar does this step for you as you go. Oh yeah, it's amazing. If you've got money left, you've subtracted all your expenses, don't just leave it there. You'll end up just spending that amount of money on coffees or those one-click deals that you see. So trust me, anything extra you have, let it go towards your money goals, like saving or paying off debts. But what if you end up with a negative number? Yeah, not good, but that's okay. So what you have to do is cut your expenses until your income minus your expenses equals 0. I'll give you a little hint. I would start with the restaurant or entertainment categories. Yeah, I know, it kind of hurts. Pizza is my love language, but listen, you can cut some of that out to make sure that your budget equals zero. So once you hit zero, then these words will pop up at the top of your screen. It's an every dollar budget. Oh, and when you see this, just celebrate. If I was with you, I'd give you a high five, but I'm not. That's okay, because honestly, this is a huge deal. You just set up your first budget. Now, it is important to track all of your expenses all month long and to make a new budget every single month, but we can talk about that later. Right now, I just want to congratulate you for setting up your first every dollar budget. This is the foundation of personal finance and such an important habit to get you big results with your money.
Okay, guys. All right. So that's how you do the budget using the Every Dollar app. It's on your phone, it's on your computer, and it's straightforward. And you can go ahead and find this link just by typing in Every Dollar in YouTube. All right. So let me just go ahead and see who is back here. Let's see. Gavith says multiple streams is a must. That's for sure. Dr. Marcia says, I think that's a good approach, tracking your spending. I'm at a point now where it's not critical that I stick to a strict budget, but it's important to identify where I may have an imbalance. And that's the whole point. Most of us, we know what we have or what we're spending for the month, but and you have it already, but it's good to definitely look back and see where you can improve on it. I was thinking of Zumba myself. Yep, Zumba. I want to definitely. I'm going to be getting some certificates on teaching something in the fitness arena. And the reason why I'm choosing fitness is because it will help me to stay fit as well. So I'm doing two things. Not only am I making money to stay fit and healthy, but two, I am doing something that I love, and it's a double whammy there. So Zumba is my favorite of all time, favorite form of exercise, though I haven't engaged in it for a while. All right, but welcome, Veronica Bortz. Good to have you here, my dear. Good to have you here. Blessings, everyone. She says, that's a great app. Do you use that? She saw my thunder. Do you use it? I've actually tried to use an online app, but I want my spending to be tracked in a particular way. So I've actually done my own, which I'm going to show you in a little bit. Gary Dixon says, great app. I don't think it's available in the UK. Okay, I'm sure there are some that are available in the UK, and I will make sure I find one just so I can have that on my arsenal. Tina, is that a great idea? Needs versus wants. Okay, so with that said, let me go ahead and show you what I do. Before I do that, I also want to show you another person who does a show all about budgets and credit cards and so forth. And she's been on my show before. That is Tasha from Major Change Group. She has a channel all about finances and things like that. I think it's really, really great. And she has a free budget tracker as well. So I want to go ahead and show you what she does. I want to give you a couple of different options before I show you mine. I'm going to show you a couple of different options, as well as I'm going to give you about 4 or 5 different templates, and you can see which works best for you. Because I discovered in my research, again, this is retire ready research, we're doing a lot of research here. I discovered there's actually 4 different types of budgets. There's the reverse budget, there's the zero-based budget, there's the 50-30-20 budget, there's the envelope system, and I'm sure there's different ways people can do that, but there's these 4 that I was listening to a podcast called the Personal Finance Podcast, and on there it shows you, he tells you how to do 4 different types, and you kind of discover what type you prefer for yourself. All right, I'm gonna give you the link to this particular podcast episode afterwards as well. I got a lot of resources for you. I've got a lot of stuff for you guys. All right, so let us go ahead and show you the second video I have for you. And this is Tasha from Major Change Group, who does a budget every month. And she literally shows you her personal budget too. And she's on YouTube, okay, guys? So let me go ahead and play this one for you as well.
Together and hold each other accountable.
Let me just make this full screen over here and then share this for you. Hey, Clutch Eye Music, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're talking all about budgets tonight. Let me go ahead and share this for you so that you can see our friend Tasha from Major Change Group, how she does her budget, okay?
Do our budgets together and hold each other accountable. So let's go ahead over to my iPad, get repaid.
All right, that's the one. Let's do this one, this one.
So let's go ahead over to my iPad and take a look at the budget.
So we're going to come over here to my digital budget planner, and now we're going to look under sources. And under this tab, you can put up to 4 different sources of your income. This could be your salary, side hustle. Next, I'm going to put for July, and my income that I'm going to be bringing in is $3,456. And so next, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and put in all of the expenses for the month of July. So I'm just going to start with my mortgage, and I'm just going to put all of my different expenses for the month of July. And some of these bills, like my Comcast, I have them automatically withdrawn out of my credit card, actually. And so I really like that. That way I don't have to think about it. And then as many of the bills as I can, I will pay for my credit card. And some of the others, like my mortgage, I do my bill pay. And I even think for my NES, I did my bill pay. While sometimes I will use my credit card, but you know, sometimes there is a charge for that. Next, for my credit card, the credit card expenses, this can be for like my website, Canva, and other things. So this is just some monthly expenses. With these subscriptions, this is going to be my YouTube Premium, my Apple Music, and some other things. And then next, I have the other, and this is going to be for me. I'm going to be going to get my hair done, and then I'm going to be getting a facial. So these are some other expenses. And then for food, so I'm not going to be doing the Factor 75 meals. And I want to say last month I had spent almost $600 on food. So without me doing the Factor 75 meals, we'll see how I'm going to be able to do. So when I tally all of those up, and for this $2,827, when I was actually tallying up, this does include my HOA, because I think that I forgot to put it in here. But when I was, adding everything up, I went ahead and added it. So for the month of July, I'm really just going to try and save as much as I can. But it looks like I'm going to have about $628.43 left over. And then also, I really want to get the global entry, or at least get it started. So I'm going to have to make sure that I go ahead and do that. Coming over here to my debt, I have my mortgage and my student loans. So my mortgage is at $104,892 at a 3.62 interest rate, with my monthly payment being $742.53. Right now, my student loans are at $54,646, but there's no interest. And we're going to have to see, because September is around the corner, what is Biden going to do? Is he going to continue to extend the no student loan payment and the no interest? I definitely hope that he continues to have no interest. And I think for the month of July, I don't think I'm going to make a payment on my student loans, but we're going to have to see. Last, we're going to come over here to my credit cards. And although I have 9 personal credit cards right now, I only have balances on 2 of my credit cards, because y'all know last month you'll have to check out my video where I was talking about how I was changing my strategy on my credit card utilization. So I had only left balances on 3 of my credit cards. Well, now I only have balances on 2 of my credit cards. And for the month of July, I might see about just having balance on 1. But right now I have a balance on my Navy Federal Cash Rewards at $21.97, and my American Express Everyday Credit Card at $846.65. For my American Express Everyday Credit Card, I don't have an interest for 12 months. And so that should be about December when that's over. So I'm really happy about that. But y'all know that I don't like to pay interest on my credit cards. So I'm always doing a credit card utilization hack where I'll leave either 2 or 7% on the credit card and then pay it off after the statement date.
So let me know in the comments, how did your budget go? What do you think?
All right, so that's Tasha from Major Change Group. Go ahead and check her out as well. Check out her channel. That's Major Change Group. Just do a search for Major Change Group and you'll see this beautiful young lady, Tasha, on the screen. As you can see her on the screen, beautiful, beautiful young lady. She's been on the channel before, and you know, she will actually give you more information regarding budgets and credit cards and so forth. Now I see somebody in here. I'll come to that. Let me just go ahead and shout out Facts and the Uncomfortable Truth. Bernard S. Peace to the chat. He says, have you guys seen Facts and the Comfortable Truths intro? The intro to his channel. It is sweet, man. It is so beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. Big shout out to him, Bernard S. So I asked the question, drop me a 1 if you do a budget and number 0 if you don't. So Bernard does a budget. Let's see, anybody else does a budget? No, everybody else says 0. Orel says no. She saw my Thunder says no. Kalila, she says created 1 but have yet to put it into action. All right, so Orel is grasping his pearls and saying 9 credit cards. Yes, indeed. The lead attorney, he says no. After today, I bet you're going to do 1. I'll show you how to do it ever so easy. Gavin says no. And Kalila, that's a whole lot of credit cards. Now, I left that on there because at some point we are going to talk about credit cards. She can have 9 credit cards because she knows how to manage credit cards, and her credit cards pay her. They pay her. She can take trips. She gets money back. She gets money back and stuff like that. But if you cannot manage credit cards, I would not advise you to have so many credit cards. All right. But the likes of her, the likes of me, we know how to manage credit cards so that we're getting cash back. As a matter of fact, I use Capital One Saver, right? And I get a lot of cash back on that. And I opened up one for my husband about a month ago, and even just within 1 month, is already getting about $220 cash back just by regular spending of things that we spend every day. So at some point, I'm going to talk to you about how to earn money using credit cards. And I think for that episode, again, I will have Tasha back live and we will talk about that in depth. But today's show is about budgets, so we're going to stay on topic. We have a lot of stuff to talk through, but don't let that alarm you. All right, let me see what else. That's a whole lot of credit cards, says Kalina. Yes, if they're paying you, it's a good thing, though. Welcome to the moderator of all moderators, Gail at Night. She's here. save us from being all over the place. Gail, the moderator, is here. So please click the like button as you come in, as you go out. Tell a friend, have them do the same. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. We should have at least 15 likes. I haven't checked. Let me know how many likes do we have so far. Gareth Pitcherson, points with the credit cards. I use the airline tickets. You see, you're taking advantage of them as well. Good evening, Melissa and chat. I'm traveling right now. Oh, she's traveling. So that, I mean, look at that. Even though Gail is traveling, she still jumps on and is able to help. It's just amazing. So we really appreciate you, Gail at Night. Give a big shout out to Gail at Night. So far, we have a few YouTubers in here. We have the lead attorney, of course. We have She Stole My Thunder. We have Facts and the Uncomfortable Truth. We have Gary Dixon. Do you have a YouTube channel? I believe you do, right? Tina Azal. We went through this last week. Radical Boards. I'm not sure you have a YouTube channel yet. And we have also the Uncle Stu is here as well. Barbara Riley. I think Barbara Riley has just launched her YouTube channel. And let's see, who else? Oh, Kalila has an amazing, we're going to have Kalila up one of these days. Kalila has an amazing podcast. And it's all about her, at least this first season is about her breast cancer journey. Amazing story. I still have to finish the last couple of episodes, but absolutely amazing. Novelty has a channel. Did she say she had 0 balance on all but 2 credits? I believe she did. So she rotates them. She rotates them, keeps the utilization very low. She can tell you all about it. She can tell you all about it too. So we're going to have her on the channel at some point. YouTube channels come in as well, says Kalila Elliott. That's amazing. Music by Novelty is Novelty's channel. She's a #1 recording artist, multi #1 recording artist. All right, so now I want to show you how I do my budget. You want to see that? Let me just check something here before I get into that. I want to show you how I do my budget tonight. All right. Okay, so let me go and get that one right now for you, how to create a budget. And let me make sure that I'm sharing this as well. The first thing that I'm going to, let me make sure that I can hear it too. All right. Okay, guys, you ready? Yes, Suzanne's ready. Yes. What is this? What is Marva says, I have 787 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Being a YouTuber for a couple of years. That's fantastic. You got more than me. That's awesome. That is so awesome. Did she say? We understand. Suzanne's ready. Is everybody ready to see the way how I'm tracking my expenses? How I'm tracking my expenses. Yes, go ahead, subscribe, support. The Cash App is there if you want to use that. I do appreciate everybody that's here. She sure did, and with very low utilization. That's very responsible use of credit cards. Let's go. Looking forward to your budget, MJ, and keep up the good work. Who is this Facebook user? Now I got to go and jump over to Facebook to see who is on my Facebook page. Come on over to YouTube, guys. If you're on Facebook, come on over to YouTube so that we don't have to be split. I got to go ahead and check my show page. Thank you for the post, guys. I love it. Who is here? Oh, Clutch Eye. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. All right. Let us go ahead and show you my budget. Everybody's ready. Here we go, guys. Here we go. I had to do a video because I wanted to make sure I didn't show any personal information. Here we go. the first thing that I'm going to do is download the transactions. And I'm just going to download them as a CSV file. Then choose a custom date range. I want to choose the 1st of July until the 31st of July. And then export. What that's going to do is download a file here. And what I'll do is go to my OneDrive, add it to my OneDrive. If you have Excel on your computer, then that's fine too. Then open up the document. To get the total of how much you've spent in that month, just simply select your first line item, select your bottom line item, and go to the sum, and that will give you your total spent right there. Once I have my document here, I'm going to just do some more customization to it. The key thing that I want to do here is to add categories. Here are the list of my categories. I'm going to copy those and then select the category list and highlight all of the categories. Go to data, go to data validation, select list, paste your list in here and apply. All right, if you missed it, just watch this back and you'll see what I've done. Once I've done that, all I need to do is go through each item and choose the appropriate category. So for this one, it's AT&T bill. That is sell internet. For this one, it's clothing. And for this one, it's groceries. For this one, it's clothing, shoes, hair, supplies, etc. And just go through all of the items until you've come to the bottom. All right, so I can do further customizations to this document, and I'll show you in a second what my final document looks like. So this basically shows what I've spent for July on one page, and I categorized everything by going to data, selecting the custom sort, and sorted it by category. All right, that's how everything is categorized like this. And then I just put some pretty colors on here, as well as totaled up each of the categories just in the similar way that I did before. Select the list there, go to sum, and it will give you the total there. Just did that for each one, sum, etc., all the way down. Okay. So for me, this is a quick, easy way of really customizing what I'm spending each month. So I know at the end of the month what I've spent and pretty much exactly what I've spent it on. So I know which areas to cut back on if I need to cut back. All right. All right, guys. That only took 4 minutes for me to do that. I mean, generally each month I might take 15, 20 minutes, depending on how pretty I want the document to look. I might take, 20 minutes, 30 minutes each month, and that helps me to stay on track. Now, welcome to Daniel Lewis, welcome. Great for you to be here, and you're staying up late tonight. Let me know what you thought, guys, on how I do the budget, my budget. I've given you 3 different examples on how you do it. The way how I do it, I like to customize it very, very specific. So that's why I don't particularly like the every dollar. I mean, I don't want to type anything in. I want to just download the list of expenses or the transactions from my statement, from my bank account, from my credit card account. I just want to just download it because I don't want to be typing stuff in. I got to type this line item in and that line. I just want to download it all from the credit card and then categorize it and then just add up each category. And that's how I do mine. Very, very simply to me, I think. But there are tools out there that you can use. You might prefer something that's done electronic, or you might just prefer to write it all into a book. Completely pen and paper, put it into a book, put it into a document, and put it into a folder. You might do it that way. So let me know what you thought. Let me see your feedback, guys, on any of those ways of doing your budget. Let me hear some feedback, guys. Everybody's gone so quiet. Are you still there? Are you still there? Or did I lose everybody? Did I lose anybody? Does that system work well with multiple credit cards? Yes, it just means you have to merge the, copy from one Excel document to the other, because you're gonna probably download one set of transactions from one credit card, download another set of transactions from a different credit card, and just copy and paste from one Excel to another. It can be done very, very simply. Just copy one from another. And what you probably didn't notice was there was a column for the credit card, which credit card it was. So you might want to say in one of the columns, you might want to say like Capital One credit card, or the other one might be a TD Bank credit card. You just put which one it's coming from, so that you can keep a track of which card it's coming from. All right, does that make sense? Does that make sense, guys? Please like the button as you come in. Peter Investor M, welcome to the chat. Welcome. It's good to have you. Nice to have you there. Oops, jumped in here. So, do you balance it at the end? I actually balanced it at the beginning. And as soon as I brought it in, it might have been very quick. As soon as I brought the Excel document in, I did a calculation. I just calculated everything right from the beginning and saw how much I spent on the transactions. Okay. Let's see. Welcome. Gotcha. I like that. Yeah, absolutely. Very, very straightforward. Once you've done it once or twice, then it makes more sense. Subtract expenses from income to see if you're living above your means or below. Absolutely. So the purpose of today's session is to see how much we're spending each month. We're going to be doing another detailed show on how to really eliminate debt and how to compare it against your income. We're going to go into much more detail there, but absolutely, once you add up all of your transactions, you're going to subtract that from your income. That will give you any type of extra. You can put that towards debt, you can put that towards savings, you can put that towards investments. All right, so but tonight's show is all about just putting the budget together and tracking what you're spending. So let's see. Sorry, I was distracted. We'll have to check my lady. Few minutes. Multitasking as usual. Of course. Follow me on Instagram. Appreciate it. Very informative show and very much needed in our community. Thank you so much there for that, Bernard. Thumbs up there from Suzanne. So if I said it before, do you have a template? Oh, Daniel Lewis, I can give you a template of the way how I do it. I actually have about 4 or 5 different templates to show you because everybody does their thing a little bit different. And because I'm literally pulling my data from my own bank statement, it's not necessarily a template. I can make a template out of it, but because if you're going to follow that method, you're going to download your own statement from your own bank. But I do have about 4 or 5 other templates, so I'm actually going to show you. I can show you those right now, just to let you see what templates are out there. Let me go ahead and find all of the other templates, budget templates. Okay, let's go ahead and explore some of these other templates. Let me see if we have any other questions first. I like that idea of downloading from your accounts and cards, because who wants to type it all in? I don't want to type all those different line items in and typing in the amounts and the dates. Oh, it's too much work. The whole idea is to simplify your life, because if it's a simple system, you'll do it every time, every month. But if it's a complicated system, chances are you won't do it. Do we still have the lead attorney in here? The lead attorney, you said that you're not really good at Excel and all of that kind of stuff. Let me know if you're still in the chat, the lead attorney. Looking at it for the first time, it probably might look complicated, but I want to get an idea from you guys. My way of doing it by downloading your Excel document from your bank account, does that look complicated to you, or does that look manageable? If you were to watch that like a couple of more times, do you think that you could do that? So give me a yes. If you think that you could do that, just give me a yes in the chat. So clearly says she likes the idea of downloading the accounts. That's a better way than guessing. Definitely a better way than guessing, and also a faster way than having to type it all in. Not a problem, not a problem. Copy and paste. Yeah, copy and paste from one Excel document to another. And I know Suzanne Morris, she's also in IT, so I'm pretty sure that she is pretty up to speed on her expenses as well. I believe that Excel has a template built in as well. Yeah, it probably does. I haven't seen that one. So definitely go ahead and like, share, subscribe, support the channel. Really, really appreciate everybody who's stopping by tonight. Very true. If it's too hard, you won't do it. Yep. If it's too hard, it's too complicated, you absolutely won't do it. Yes, downloading statement is a great idea. I'm glad you like that idea. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. Thank you so much, guys. I really, really appreciate that. All right, let me just go ahead and show you some other templates that I found as I was doing my research. And again, the topic that we're talking about, if most of you know now, we're talking about retire ready research for the next several months. We're going to be talking about lots of different aspects of this topic, and we're starting today, really kicking off. Last week we just went over an overview of everything, but today we're kicking off with the first part, which is a budget. We want to know how much we're spending each month to know how much we're going to need to live on when we retire. Right? Makes sense, right? Knowing how much you're living on right now compared to how much you may need when you're retired. And there's going to be some variables, right? So when you're right now, you might be paying your car note, you might be paying your mortgage, you might be paying a lot of different things. When you're retired, the hope is that you won't have so many of those things to pay off. Hopefully by then you will have paid off your cars, you will have paid off your house, and you'll just have to be paying for regular daily living. Okay, so looks complicated. No, it's not complicated. It's not complicated at all. Once you've watched that like 2 or 3 times, you'll be like, that's so simple. That's so simple. All right, so let me go ahead and show you the other templates that I found for you guys. All right, so this is here's one example of a template that I found online, and you guys can have all of these tools. Oh, I gotta show this. Suzanne says not the car note. Yes, Suzanne has just brought a beautiful blue new car, and it's spectacular. So she's only just got it. All right, so this is an example of a monthly budget. It's actually a fillable PDF, so you can actually go and fill in these different sections on the PDF. Again, I'm not a big fan of having to type all those numbers in. That's why I'd rather just download it from my statements. But you can have this one. You can put all the numbers in. It's separated into housing, food, transportation, health, debt, everything else. That's one page. And then you also have, that's an example how it looks. This is an example how it looks here. And then this one, you can just type in all of your different line items. This is the blank template. You type in all of your line items and your amounts. To me, and that's just too much. That's just too much work. I wouldn't do that on a monthly basis. Have to sit down and type all that stuff in. I ain't gonna do that. So that's one example. Let me know if you like this one. If you like this one, put it monthly. Just put in monthly if you like that one. You're gonna get all of them. You can get all of them, and you could sort of mix and match the ideas. All right, let's type in another one. This one's called the worksheet. This one is called the worksheet, and I believe one of our other fellow YouTubers is called Pocket Watching with JT. He has a free course out there on his channel or his website. Just go to Pocket Watching with JT, I believe it is. His website. You can actually download this and use this to track your expenses if you want. So this one is called Make a Budget. If you want to, it has again a fillable PDF document. This one, it gives you an example here of all of the different line items that you can have. Housing, food, transportation. You can fill in the lines, here. Again, the reason why I don't like it is because it's already made, and I would have to. There's some lines that I don't need, so I don't want stuff on there that I'm not going to use, right? So that's why I like to make my own. All right, you have expenses, health, you have the personal and family, childcare, child support, all that kind of stuff. I don't need that on my budget, so I want to have my own customized. Then you've got finance and other stuff, your credit cards, whatever. So these are some samples that you can have, and you can use them at your leisure. Drop me a number 2 if you like this type of budget. All right, let me show you another one. I have another one here. This is another one here for you to look at. And we should be wrapping up this soon. So this is another monthly budget. This one you would have to literally fill it out. You'd have to print this out and then fill it out with a pen. Again, I'm not a big fan of ones that are already done like this because I want to be able to customize it to my liking. All right, so put in a number 3 if you like that. And then the final one is this one, monthly budget worksheet, editable. This is another one that I found. There's a lot out there. You could actually do a search online to find them for yourself as well. So you have this one. This shows your income. Then it shows all of your expenses. And as Kalila said, you would just, after you've made all the different sections up, you just minus your expenses against your income to give you a total at the end. And again, at the end, you can pay your credit cards off with the excess, and you'll put it into investments or whatever. All right, guys. So does that make sense? Does anybody want those templates? Does anybody want those templates, guys? All right, here's my Instagram page, Millissa Jayne on Instagram. You'll find me, Millissa Jayne, on Facebook. Find me, Millissa Jayne, all over social media. Yeah, most of them are not customizable, right? So that's why I like to just download it from the statements. Okay. And if anybody wants to see it again, if anybody wants to see that 4-minute video again, I can do it, or you can just go ahead and watch this video again. Let me know. If you want to see it again, just say it again. I like the categories on the last one, since it says Fantasy Folly. Yeah, I do like the way how that was categorized myself, to be honest with you. I like the way how they laid that out. Um, except I would have to delete a lot of the things off of this. There's too many things on there that I don't use. Gym membership, no way. I'm not paying a gym membership. The amount of stuff that I can do for free where I live, I'm not going to be paying no gym membership. So I want to be able to customize it. Right? If they gave me this document, then at least I could delete the stuff that I don't want, and then possibly use it. But I like to be able to just download it from my bank account. End of story. I'll revisit the one I have and use the downloaded from the bank account and CC statement. Exactly. You'll see it makes so much more sense for those who are not afraid of Excel. You'll actually really appreciate doing that. And then so here's a couple of things. I do have a few extra tips and things to note regarding what I was doing there. All right, so tip number 1, pay all of your bills and all of your expenses. Anytime you're shopping, use a card that gives you back points, gives you back cash back. All right, and have it all on one, because if you have it on multiple cards, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. You're going to have to, of course, merge the two. If you have it all on one, it's just so much more simpler. Now, there might be some items that you can't pay with your credit card. For example, I can't pay my, I think it's my homeowners association with my credit card. It has to come from my bank. And I think it's my FP, my power, my electricity. I can't pay that with my credit card. So I pay that with my bank. So I know that every month there's going to be 3 items that I have to put in manually. And I still don't do it manually. I still just download it from my bank account, and I just merge the items over. 3 little items. Just copy the line items over onto my tracking sheet. I'm just going to call it a tracking sheet. Okay. So that makes it easier instead of having to have a lot of different areas to pull from. Try to limit them into one. And a credit card, again, I have a credit card that pays me back every month. Every month I get paid. That's the first thing. Let's see. Make sure that all of your items are automatic. That's very important, a way to manage your expenses. Make sure that everything's automatic so that you don't have to think about it. Because if you have to think about it and you have to plan for it, you just want to make things easy for yourself. So make it automatic, done every month. And you might even, I go to some extents. I have a list of the dates on when these things are coming out. I have a list of the dates, so I know for sure what dates things are due, just to be sure. I'm just getting back into the habit of checking my finances every few days again. When I was paying off my mortgage, I was checking my statements almost every day. Now that I don't have to do that, I don't really check it very often. But because I'm doing this project, I am checking the statements every couple of days because I just want to be sure of what's happening. All right. Let's see. Welcome to Coach Mary Ma. Welcome to the show. You're going to have to watch from the beginning. I know you've missed a little bit, but we're actually getting ready to wrap up in a little bit. And then what does Kalila say? Great tip. I need to do that. This is a great show idea and great show tonight, MJ. Glad I was on tonight. You're absolutely welcome. You're absolutely welcome. I feel like this series is going to be really great. I have a feeling in my bones because now I'm doing something that I feel like is helping other people. Now here's the thing, guys. I'm doing this thing for myself anyway. I'm doing this research for myself anyway. But I decided to go ahead and share it with you guys. So I think that you might be able to benefit with what I'm doing. Automatic payments must be carefully tracked. Yes, minimum payments vary month to month. So watch your spending. Yes, if you're paying for credit cards or whatever and you're doing minimum payments, then you want to be sure of that you're going to have enough in there. So that's definitely worth doing, as well as automatic payments have to be tracked, because sometimes even some establishments can make mistakes. So you want to make sure that they're not taking out more than they're supposed to, right? Fantasy, absolutely great idea. Track them. We'll definitely do watch the replay. Definitely. Awesome, awesome. I understand. I got you there. I got you there, Kalila. Don't you worry. Thanks for sharing such life-saving tips. That's what we're all about here. Giving you information that can help you. Can you go post those tips, please? You know what I'm going to do? Here's the thing. What I'm going to do. What I'm going to do after I finish speaking, I'm going to give you an opportunity to get closer with what I'm doing. Just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm going to come back to that. Let me start that, because I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to come back to that that note. What else do I have? All right. So like I said, some of your bills are not. Some of your bills, there's a fee to have it come from your credit card. So that's why I was saying to leave it where it is, coming from your bank account, and just to copy the line items over. Okay, talked about that. So there is no one perfect system. We're kind of generating or creating our own system that works best for us. So like I said, I'm going to give you those templates. You can use those if you want. But for me, I kind of just designed my own system that I think is really working well. Once you get to see your spending, so what I want to show is to see how much you're spending each month, right? I've done this for the last 3 months. No, I've done this from the beginning of the year. I went back for the beginning of the year and pulled out a sheet for each month. And you can have it on the same Excel document. You can just have a different tab for each month. Different tab for each month. And you can see tab by tab or month by month how much you're spending each month. And the key thing is the different categories. Like, for example, your entertainment. In January and February and March, I think, I was spending a lot of money on entertainment. I was going out. I was buying meals out at the restaurants. And this is the area that I've decided I need to rein it all the way back and just limit that a little bit. I'm not gonna cut it out completely, but at least you can see which of the categories are you're spending the most in. It might be clothes. It might be clothes and shoes and stuff like that. Guys, ladies, I know that we all love to buy clothes. We also love to buy shoes and all that kind of stuff. Is that your area where you need to cut back on? If it is, here's one tip regarding that. Before you decide to spend something, I want you guys to do this, ladies. I'm going to talk to the ladies in particular here. Before you decide to spend from your spend clothes and shoes, I want you to reorganize your closet. I want you to go into your closet and reorganize it. Put everything like color coordinated. All your whites, your blues, your blacks, your greens, color coordinated. And then see if you indeed already have something that I already knew that. See if you already have the item that you're thinking about buying. All right? Let's say, for example, there's a white event coming up, right? Check all of your white items from your wardrobe, from your closet. Do you already have what you're about to go ahead and buy? All right? Or can you refashion what you already have, mix it with something else, mix two things together before you go ahead and buy? If you're looking to cut back, if you're not looking to cut back, this doesn't apply to you. I'm only talking to those who are looking to cut back. All right, so that's one idea about cutting back regarding your clothing. If you're trying to cut back regarding your groceries or your food, or you're spending out at restaurants, consider buying more groceries at home, cooking more at home, and taking your food with you wherever, to you know, to certain places. All right, so there's lots of different ways, and we're going to get back. We're going to get into debt reduction in another show in full. All right, debt reduction is a whole show of its own. All right, let me go ahead and see what you guys are saying. Exactly. Make sure they don't take too much. Yep, you said it there. All right, big smiles from Coach Mary. My Amazon habits need an AA meeting. Sometimes we just have to just check ourselves, and that's what this is about. This is just about to look back on what we're doing to see if we're doing the right things. Can we improve, or what? We're just looking at things. I like the idea of color coordination. Really shows what you have. Yeah, you got to really see what you have already, because you might discover you have stuff in your closet that you haven't even worn before. It's in the back there somewhere. Have you checked? Take everything out. Take everything out. Dust, clean. Take everything out. Put things back on the hangers. Get everything organized. Look through all of your whites. Look through all of your, you know, reds. Is it a red? Is it a color code? Is it a color event you're going to? Look through all of your reds. Do you have a red already? You may do. You may already have something that you hadn't worn in a long time. Couldn't think about it. Couldn't think about it. Yeah, not sure what you're referring to there. All right, what else? I have a few more tips for you. Ba, 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 ba. So for each category, there are ways to save money if that's your goal. We talked about the clothes. We talked about the cooking at home, and of course, you can save money on cable. If you hey, it's Life with Marlene. Welcome, Marlene. As a matter of fact, you know, when I was on Marlene's show, and she was asking me about how I you know, debt-free living. She was asking me about debt-free living. I was on her show. We did a whole hour and a half. That's what got me thinking more seriously about this series that I'm doing right now. So big thanks to Life with Marlene to sort of get my juices flowing on this topic. I know I've been away for a little while, but I'm coming back strong with this topic of retirement and being retired ready. So big shout out to Life with Marlene. Lots of great channels she has. She has several channels. I was actually watching your channel. Yeah, you did see me. Was it last week? Last week sometime I saw you were talking about living your purpose. That was an amazing show. So thank you so much for being here. All right. Missed you too, sis. Missed you too. Got to catch up with you. Actually, I'm actually going to give you a call sometime. All right. So let's see. Yeah, if you're trying to cut back on your cable, that's one of the easiest ways to cut back on, because there are so many free channels online, free internet TV that you can watch. You have all low cost, you know, low cost or free. Hulu, Netflix, you have Tubi, you have Amazon Prime TV. There are so many different ways you can watch shows and TV online. If you're into watching shows, you know, it's nice to watch some from time to time, but I don't even watch TV anymore. I only watch some of the free channels that I have. I actually have access to Netflix from a family member, but you know, that's another idea. Share subscriptions. Shh, don't tell Netflix that I said that. All right, so there's lots of different ways how you can save, and we're going to do a whole show on savings and debt reduction. Oh, one other thing about savings is your cable, TV, your internet, and your cell phones. At least once a year, call up your internet service provider and your phone service provider and ask them if they have any deals going on, or if they have any savings that you can make. All right, so those are 4 areas. Okay. Hey, Coach Mary, my pleasure. I love to help others. Yes, indeed. Did I miss something? Life with Marlene put me on the spotlight yesterday. Oh, thanks again, sis. I love that. Wonderful, wonderful. And I love the way how we all collaborate together. Guys, you guys make this show what it is. I'm definitely going to watch the replay. You are most welcome, darling. All right, so we are wrapping it up now. Let me just go back through my things here. I have some good stuff for you tonight. Today we went through how to use every dollar to track your spending. I showed you how Tasha from Major Change Group does her budget every month, and that's on her channel, Major Change Group. I also showed you how I do my tracking of my spending by downloading my expenses, my transactions from my credit cards and my bank accounts, and formatting my Excel sheet. That's how I do my budgets. Watch this over. You can see a 4-minute video on how I do that, and I might just separate that 4-minute clip. Well, I'm actually going to tell you something in a little bit. There are also top 2022 free budget tools and apps. I have a link to that. I have free templates that I just showed you. I showed you about 4 or 5 different templates that you can use. How do you track your finances? Could you please just drop in the chats how you track your expenses? How you track your expenses? Can you just drop that in the chats for me? I'm curious to know how you track your expenses, if you do. If you don't, you don't have to put anything in there. You just say I don't. All right. But we want to track our spending. And then another thing too is about organization. Are you organizing your information now? So what I'm going to suggest, so for me, I have my Excel sheet which has each month's expenses on it. I have one Excel sheet. It has each month's expenses: January, February, March, April, May, June, July, and now we're into August. All right, so it's only one document, but it has various different tabs. In addition to that, I have a notebook that I keep notes of what I need to do. So for example, if I need to close this account down, or if I need to stop this subscription, or if I need to, whatever it is that I want to do, that I'm planning to do to improve my expenses, I make a note of it just to make sure that I don't forget. So I have a notebook, I have my Excel sheet, and then thirdly, which is a little bit much, you don't have to do all of this. You're gonna find your own system of tracking your own expenses and keeping on top of your finances. I just have a document which I do screenshots of things. So let's say I'm doing I paid something. I just like to have a screenshot of it in one document. I use Canva to just have a document of screenshots and activities that I'm doing. Every time I come to do my expenses, I just do screenshots of a lot of things and just say what I'm doing each day. All right, that's how I track my finances. Excel document, my notebook, and then 3, I have a Canva document which I just do screenshots in there. All right, so that's probably excessive. The number 3 is probably excessive because you can probably make notes in your notebook on everything, but I just like to have screenshots to show that I've done it. All right, so let me see what you guys are saying. Again, like, subscribe, and all of that good stuff. Thank you so much. She stole my thunder, my moderator for the day. Gail was in here earlier, but she's traveling, so I do appreciate her, and I do appreciate you. She stole my thunder. Kalila, I just check my accounts daily. Needs improvement. You know what? This it's developing a habit, just like, you know, for everything else, Kalila. We just have to develop a habit. It doesn't have to be done every day, you know. But you don't want to leave it too long without checking things, because that's where mistakes can happen or things can drop. You find out you hadn't checked your statement in 2 or 3 months, and you realize, wow, I've been paying for this such and such thing for 3 months and I'm not even using it. So it's just a way to keep on top of things. So I'm hoping that this show tonight will just re-energize us and just remind us to look at these things. I just review my credit card statements. I also try to hold onto my receipts and match them to my statements. Wonderful, wonderful. Everybody has their own system, whatever works for you. Also, congrats on 700 likes, says Marlene, Life with Marlene. 700. What is that? Is that what is that, Marlene, that you're talking about? What is that you're talking about? 700. Life with Marlene says, I check my accounts every morning when I wake up. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. I like it. I've actually got into the habit of checking it quite frequently of late. All right, so whichever way you organize and track, that's good. That works for you. Now, here's the thing, guys. You've been here for this today and last week where we started our journey into our retirement. The whole purpose of looking at our budget is to know how much we're spending now to possibly how much we might be spending in retirement. That's why this budget is, that's what we do. That's why we're starting off with a budget. Okay. Next week, we're going to talk about something else. Oh, I've got 700 subscribers. How much did I have last week? I think I was talking about what did I have last week? I can't remember what it was, but I think I was going for. Oh no, I had 700 last week. Thank you for that, Marlene. I wanted to get 750 for this week, I think, but I didn't do that mad drive. I didn't do that big drive that I was supposed to do. So it is what it is. Thank you so much for my 702 subscribers. I have 702 subscribers, my dears. So thank you for the extra 2. I love it. I love it. I love it. If you haven't subscribed, guys, go ahead and subscribe. It costs you nothing. So last week it was 700, and today it's 2. So 2 is great. I will be happy for 2. This week coming, I'm going to have to make a specific drive to get my other 48 because I want to be up to 750 next week. Yeah, need some more. All right, so I want to ask you this question, guys. I want to ask you this question. I've got a lot of documents to share, templates and links to resources. I've got tips, and I want those to be available to my special people. You guys who are here are my special people. Now, I already have VIPs. I haven't even shouted at my VIPs yet. Oh my God, I haven't shouted at my VIPs. Hold on, people. I need to shout out my VIPs before I tell you what I'm about to tell you. Okay, I need to shout out my VIPs. How can I forget that? I shouldn't forget that. Somebody needs to remind me of my VIPs. All right. There we go. There we go. That's a stream. Let's go ahead and. Oh, I don't want to do that. I could do that. Yes, guys, that is my those are my VIPs. If you want to be a VIP, just send me a message, info@millissajayne.com. info@melissajayne.com if you'd like to be on my VIPs. Or if you want to be on my email list, which also gives you special privileges, just send me a message, just send me an email, info@melissajayne.com. Okay, guys? Now, I was saying, if you want to be a part of my I'm going to call it my MJ Nation, my inner group. Yeah, I'm going to call it, it's still going to call it my VIPs, my VIP group. I'm going to create either a Discord or a Facebook group, and you can be part of my special group that gets all of these templates and so forth. Now, would you like that? If you would like that, just drop in Discord. I'm liking the way how Discord works, so I'm going to drop it in, create a Discord group, and you can be a part of my VIP Discord group. It's still free. Right now, it's free. Maybe in a year's time, I might start charging for it, but right now, it's free. All right? At some point, it's going to be a chargeable thing, but right now, I got a lot of freebies that I'd like to give to you, but it's just not going to be linked on my YouTube. It's going to be for my special group, the people that really rock with me, MJ Nation, you guys. So if you'd like to be a part of that, just drop in Discord. All right, and that's where you'll get all of the templates, all of the extra tips, and all of the extra stuff that I'm doing. Because guys, I am doing a lot here. I'm doing quite a lot. And I want you to see the value, and I want you to be a part of it if you choose. I'm not just going to give it away for just everybody, but only if you ask for it. If you want it, you can have it, but you gotta ask for it. All right? You gotta ask for it. If you want it, you can have it. If you want it, you can have it. You can be a part of the VIP. Lots of goodies, man. And I believe that you're going to find it useful. I believe that you'll find it useful. Never heard of Discord? Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Life with Marley? Oh, Discord is the bomb, man. Discord is the bomb. Discord is the bomb. Okay, so you're going to be, if you've said Discord in here, that means you are going to be added to my Discord group. I will be getting in touch with you. And all I need from you is your name. And we can add you to it. It's only going to be special invitation. It's only going to be special invitation, and you can get all the goodies. All right. So today's show actually went longer than I thought. I can't believe it how long it went. But we are pretty much at the end of the show right now. I believe next week's topic. Next week's topic. I actually want to get us started. I want to get us started with doing our will, if we haven't already done it. Yeah, I want to get us started with that. Let me just go ahead and show you how to get started with your will. Because we're also going to talk about will versus trust. As I started to do my will, I realized, you know what, I think it might be a trust that I need. We'll have to research it. It's just like a place where we can organize folders, and it's a private, it can be private, you know, areas of a private planning area, private. You'll see. So I want to get us started on how to start our will. We need to compare a will versus a trust. We might have to get a professional in. I don't know if I can get it for next week, but that's going to be coming up soon. But I want to get you started if you haven't already started. You probably won't get this done in a week, but we're going to get started. All right, so here is a website. It's called Glance Law. They're based here in South Florida, and on this website, they're part of the Legal Shield. If you purchase the Legal Shield legal service, then you can they will review it and provide you a will, which you'll sign, blah blah blah. We're going to go through the whole process together. But the first step, I'm going to just drop this link in the chat because this is a public website, and what you can do is go to the resources section, which we're in, and then go down to the questionnaire section, English Will Questionnaire. download this questionnaire, and this is basically going to show you, it's a fillable PDF. You can fill out all the details on the different areas, you know, your name, your address, blah blah blah, where you want your how you want your stuff allocated. You know, if you have children, it's only about a 6-page thing to fill out. Once you fill that out, it gives you instructions on what to do, extra information. Once you do that, you can send your will to, how to submit your will to the their email. All right. Now this is based out of Florida. I don't know if they deal with anywhere outside of Florida. I have Legal Shield, so I'm based in Florida. This works for me. You may have to check somebody that's local in your own area, but at least for those who are here, you might be able to get your will started just by doing this. All right. Those are the first 2 steps. Go to this website, you download the questionnaire, or you go to the questionnaire, you fill it out online, you download it, you email it to the email here, and then they will return. You got to pay your fee of $25 or something like that. If you want to use these, you don't have to use them, but if you want to use Legal Shield, this is their process. And they also have webinars. The next one is coming up in September, which I'm looking forward to, because I'm going to have some questions for them. But that's basically a quick way of doing a will if you're interested. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back here. Thanks for this great information. Looking forward to the next show. Much needed topic for sure. Thank you so much, Kalila. Have a great night. You're welcome. Have a great night, says Marlene. We're not done quite yet. There's Glance Law. A quick extra tip for you. We don't care how long you take. It's good energy. Thank you so much, Brandon S. I appreciate you so much. We'll definitely be watching the replay. Good information. Thank you so much. They are excellent, says Tina. Tina is a new member with Legal Shield. To be added to the VIP crew, send your flyer by email to info@millissajayne.com. Definitely do that. Clearly, I have Legal Shield membership. My very good friend is a business owner on the platform, and she is based in Florida. Oh, really? Interesting. That is great to know. That's good to know. Clearly, maybe we should be interested in helping others with this. Maybe she would be interested in helping others with this. Maybe so. I'm gonna connect with you on that. Each state has their own law group. It's $29.99 a month. There you go. Tina, are you a reseller of this? Let me know what you do. Sorry about that, guys. Thanks, says Gary. Follow Millissa Jayne on Instagram. Definitely just type in my name. And then, okay, so we're almost at 2 hours, guys. I didn't expect it to go so long, but this is just to get you started with your will. And I think that is everything that I have for you today. Next week, we're going to go further into a different topic. I'm going to do some research, and I'm going to come back. But you know what? Let me give you some homework. I want to give you some homework for next week. Go ahead and do your budget. Go ahead and do your budget for the month of July. If you haven't done it for the previous, for this year, go ahead and do it for a few months back as well. At least for the homework, at least do July. You can do more if you want, but at least do 1 month. And let us also that's the first thing. And then number 2 is let me know if you want to be a part of the the Discord, the private Discord group, and I will add you. And we might have some, I will actually probably be dropping the homework in there, and we can communicate there as a private family as well. All right, so I will be back next week, Thursday, with more great information. We're on a journey to retire ready, and we're doing the research to do so. I don't have all the answers. We're building this as we go along. The last thing I would say is to get a folder or get some kind of I like the binders that allow you to put the information in different pockets, because I want to have a different pocket for different elements. So the first pocket will be budgets. The second pocket is going to be wills. The third pocket is going to be something else that we're going to talk about next time. All right. Now, if you have a burning idea of what you would want to see for the next episode, then let me know. Again, let me just run through all the topics that we're going to go through over the course of the next few months. We're going to be going over all of these different topics. So, financial literacy, knowing your net worth. You're looking for the clipper? Okay. The budgets, we did that today. Debt elimination, credit cards. We're going to go through savings, your 401k, investment, social security, healthcare, taxes, insurance, extra income, estate planning, assets versus liabilities, your bucket list, continued education, leisure, benefits available to retirees, and so much more. There's a lot of things that we may not have even looked at. As we cover them, we might just decide to do them. So we've got a lot to do over the next three or 4 months, and then we shall be happy to say we are ready to retire, or at least we have the research to let us know if we're ready to retire. All right, if you enjoyed the show, please tell somebody about it. We're on a journey here. I think that a lot of people can benefit from this topic. You know, we're going to take our time. If there's topics that you want to be included, let me know. All right, guys, have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful evening. Let me go ahead and play my music as we do usually every night. Let's play a lot of music, and then we can say good night. Let me know if you can hear the music. Okay. Thank you, Gary. Appreciate you having stayed up so long tonight. Thank you, Mary. Thank you so much, Mary. Good night, good night. Thanks, Novel T. Nighty nights. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, Gail. Appreciate you. Alright guys, have a good night. See you next week. Have a wonderful week. Tell somebody about the channel.